Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Kung Fu Panda. And this movie came out in 2008, and it's a DreamWorks film. And I've seen this movie once before, and I remember liking it. And I decided to revisit the film, and it was just on Netflix. And I was decided, all right, I'll revisit the film. And I enjoyed the movie overall. I liked the characters, especially like the main ones we focused on, like Po, voiced by Jack Black, and I enjoyed his performance in the movie. And even if the comedy in the film doesn't always work for me, like once we get into the second act of the film, that's when I'm like really into it. And there's some really good characters, and I like the villain of the film, Tai Lung, and I think he's a good villain. And the third act is a lot of fun for me, and there's some really great humor that I enjoyed. I do like what this movie is going for, and when jokes actually happen, and how things are presented, and overall, it's just a movie that works and is a lot better than the average person would expect it to be. Like you look at the poster and you think that doesn't look interesting. It just looks like a dumb kids film, but it's actually a good movie. And on top of that, there are actual like camera movements that were like really engaging, especially in the prison scene. I thought that was like one of the best scenes in the movie, especially with like the cinematography. And I was like, this looks impressive, and I was really with it. And I'm not going to spoil what they show in that prison scene, but pay attention to the way it's shot, and like how information is presented visually, because I do think that's like one of the biggest standouts of that whole sequence. The animation didn't age poorly, and they're all just animals, and they don't have to like animate humans. I don't think there are humans in the movie at all, and that's a good thing, because if they were like animating like humans, I imagine it would not age super well, because I believe in like 2008 we had human characters, but not everyone had perfected it yet. And it was also in that time where like you had movies like The Polar Express, where like it was more realistic, and it kind of looked creepy because people complained that their eyes were soulless, and it wasn't for everyone. And this one is just more traditional 3D animation, and the characters are animals, and because of that, they age better, I feel. And this movie is also nice and short. It's only an hour and a half, and it flew by for me. And it was a great experience for me, and I liked Po especially. I thought he was really funny, and I like what they do with his character, and the story slowly unfolds. I also enjoyed, and nothing felt fake or annoying to me, or forced, rather. If you don't want to say fake, then forced. So overall, I really enjoyed the action scenes, and this is one of those animated movies that is like the action scenes are memorable and they actually work. And I like the characters when they're actually involved, like the characters that are in the action scenes. I do like, except for the Furious Five. I'm not like super attached to like any of them. They don't really develop them all too well. And that would be one of my biggest criticisms, is that there were some characters that I felt were underdeveloped. And Seth Rogen's performance, I found him to be a little bit distracting. And whenever I heard him, I just heard Seth Rogen. And yeah, I never really saw a character or like felt I was like being given a performance, really. It just felt like, oh, that's Seth Rogen. Not really much to him. By far the best out of the Furious Five characters would be Tigress, voiced by Angelina Jolie. She was the best one, and she has the most character, and the rest of them, not so much. They're just there, and they're just like, there's not really much you can say about them. And also, Tai Lung is voiced by Ian McShane, if I pronounced that correctly. And he's from John Wick, who I didn't recognize. I was like, I recognize your voice, and I know who you are. Like, which movies do I know you from? Oh, John Wick. And that was just something I wanted to mention. And overall, it's a good movie, and it's a kids movie that pretty much anyone can watch. Like, I don't see any reason why anyone would not enjoy the movie. Like, there's lots of good things about it, and while maybe not like the best movie ever made, what it does is actually pretty good, at the very least. And I would definitely recommend that you check this movie out. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Kung Fu Panda a 7 out of 10. And also, one more thing that I wanted to mention is that in case anyone didn't notice this, I shot this video at 60 frames per second just to see how it looks. So if you guys like it, let me know. If you hate it, then I will go back to using 30 frames per second, which is what I normally do. So let me know what you thought of me shooting this video at 60 frames per second. So let me know about that. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Kung Fu Panda, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Fully Nation, and I'll see when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Killer's Kiss. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.